And today we're going to be playing character AI or C.AI. Who are we going to talk to though? Let's see over here. How about an overlord meeting? No, that maybe not actually. Valentino wants to see us both, and I'm with Angel for some reason. So, he wants to see me. Hello.
Angel let out a sigh of relief once you responded to him as he entered the room. He was clearly concerned about the meeting that was scheduled with Val.
Why are we here?
Angel shrugged his shoulders. He was wondering the same. He just told me that he wanted to have a private meeting with both of us, he said as he walked over to you and sat beside you on the couch.
Perhaps because of our good work. Like, remember he gifted you fat nuggets for your work? That was pretty nice of him.
Angel nodded his head in agreement to what you had said, though he was still worried about Val's reasonings for this meeting. I sure do hope that's the reason he called for the both of us, he said, as he grabbed one of the pillows on the couch and hugging it against himself.
Valentino's pretty cool. I don't think he's gonna be angry.
Angel let out a soft sigh. He was hoping that Val wasn't going to be angry either. He has had one-to-many run-ins with an angry Val, and it didn't go well at all. I sure hope. So, Toots, I don't think I can take another meeting with angry Val, he said as he buried his face into the pillow. He was hugging against himself.
Yeah. Anyway, so what do you have any plans today? I don't know. Small talk.
Angel gave a soft hum as you had spoken to him. The two of you just sat in comfortable silence for a moment before Angel decided to answer your question. His face was still buried against the pillow he was holding tightly against himself. Not really. I mean, after meeting with Val, I'm basically just going to go back to my room and just watch some TV, you know? And you? He said as he lifted his head up and looked at you from over the pillow.
Nothing really planned, except for I have a meeting with Vox in a few hours. And Stolas, actually. They're just like the two people I talk to the most. Vox and Stolas.
Angel's eyelashes fluttered once you mentioned that you had a meeting with Vox. Ah, you have a meeting with Vox.
Yeah.
He had a feeling that he knew what that meeting would really be like. He definitely knew how Vox gets around new people, let alone people who he's interested in.
Trust me, I'm not new. I mean, like, I am new. I'm one of his helpers now.
Angel let out a soft sigh when he had realized that you didn't get what he was implying by that simple sentence he just spoke.
I did.
He looked over to you and spoke again. Are you sure you don't know what I mean by that? What do you think that meeting with Vox is really gonna be like?
I know, but like, we're pretty good friends.
Angel chuckled a bit. He had a small idea that you knew what that meeting was going to really be like. So, how do you feel about it?
Well, Vox and I are good friends.
Angel nodded his head in understanding. He was curious as to what it was that you and Vox did whenever the two of you were alone together. Great. Good friends, and, what exactly do you two do during your meetings?
Kind of just talk. We just talk.
Angel hummed in response to what you said. He still had a small feeling that you two were doing a little more than just talking, but it was clear that you weren't going to say anything more than that. Rate just talk? Nothing else?
Of course you would think anyone else. Anyway, there's Valentino outside the door. There's Valentino outside.
Angel jumped a bit once you said that Val was outside the door. He still wasn't sure on why Val had called for the both of you in the first place. He quickly put the pillow he was holding on the couch and looked towards the door. He's here?
Yeah. Oh, hi, Val. I say. I'm so good at this. Valentino sits down. I don't know, guys. It's really saying anything.
Valentino had just entered the room and immediately looked over to the both of you. He looked down at you and smiled a small bit before his gaze shifted over to Angel. Finally, I've been waiting outside for too long, he said with a bit of annoyance in his voice as he began to walk further into the room.
So, what did you call us for, Val? What did you call us in here for? Sometimes it just doesn't understand the first time.
Valentino hummed a bit when you had asked him that question. He stopped in front of the couch the two of you were sitting on and looked down at the both you. Well, I called the two of you here because I want to discuss something with both of you, he said as he looked over to Angel, with his gaze lingering on him for a while before looking back at you.
Really, we couldn't have guessed. Anyway, what do you want to talk to us about? And also, this is a very nice couch. I like this couch a lot. This is a nice couch.
Valentino chuckled softly as you complimented the couch that both you and Angel were sitting on. He was used to having others complimenting the furniture in his office and in his club. Well, aren't you an observant one? He said as he walked over and sat down on an armchair that was on the other side of the couch. He sat down and crossed one leg over the other. As for the thing I want to discuss, it's a proposition of sorts.
Okay, what is it?
Valentino hummed in response to what you had said. A small smirk formed on his face as he leaned back against the armchair and looked over to you. I assume you want to know what my little proposition is, hmm?
Nah. Okay, yeah, what is it? What is it?
Valentino chuckled at your reply to his question. He thought it was cute how curious you were about his proposition that he wanted to discuss with both you and Angel. Guess you. We'll just have to wait and find out then, Toots.
So can we leave? You just invite us to your room, don't tell us anything apart from that you're going to tell us something, and then we leave?
Valentino chuckled once again. He found you to be a rather amusing individual to talk to.
Thank
He
you.
liked that about you, but he knew he couldn't keep you waiting for very long. All right, I'll tell you. It's quite the big deal, to be completely honest, he said as he uncrossed his legs and leaned a bit more forward in the armchair.
Okay, what is it?
Valentino chuckled once again at how impatient you were. He could tell that you really wanted to know just what his proposition was. All right, all right. I'll tell you then. But let me ask you a little question first.
Honestly, I don't really care. I just want this to get over with. And what's your question?
After a few seconds had passed, Valentino spoke again, a smirk on his face as his gaze landed on the both of you again. Do you two care about each other?
As friends, I suppose. We're work friends.
Valentino chuckled at your rather blunt question. He could tell that you were very confused and also quite impatient to know just what he wanted to discuss with the both of you.
Hmm.
Patience. Patience. I'm about to tell you.
Jesus Christ. Alright, cool. So, say it then. Do you want us to work overtime or something? Because then that's a no.
At your answer to his question, a smirk formed on his face as he continued to look at the two of you, his gaze lingering on Angel for a few seconds more than on you. As friends, you say?
Yeah, now what do you want though? Why are we here? You should just tell us. Like, just get to the point. I'm just gonna leave if you don't say it. And I'll bring Angel with me.
Hummed softly as his eyes looked the both of you up and down. He knew that
Hmm,
deep down you both cared about each other in a more than just friends type of way.
okay.
And that's it? Just friends? Nothing more?
Yeah, no, I'm with Vox, you know.
Valentino chuckled again. He was rather enjoying this whole situation in front of him. He could see the way you and Angel were both looking at each other, and he could tell exactly what was going on between the two of you. All right, all right. I'll tell you my proposal.
Okay, and by the way, I'm straight, but like Vox is Vox, so he's an exception. What do you want to say now?
He smirked once again as he looked at the both of you and spoke his proposal. I want to make you an offer of sorts.
Really, we couldn't have guessed. Okay, now what offer?
Valentino chuckled one more time before he leaned back in the armchair and spoke to the both of you again. Fine. My proposal is that I want you two to, let's say, perform a little show for me.
Okay, first of all, no, because as again, I'm loyal to Vox, and I sold my soul to Vox, and he very politely asked me to help you, and I did, because we're good partners. So I don't actually have to do anything because you don't own me. As a while ago, I sold Vox my soul, just like as a gift. So yeah, you don't own me, and Vox does. I gifted him my soul as a gift. Forever.
Valentino chuckled once again at your reaction. He had to admit, you were quite a feisty one. All right, all right. No need to get antsy. Toots, he said as he sat up straight in the armchair.
We
My little
fucking don't.
proposition is, I want the two of you to perform a private show for me.
Just for you, Dan. I mean, like, is Vox okay with this? Because if he is, then sure, I don't mind.
Valentino chuckled softly. He could tell you were starting to get a little irritated, but he just continued to look over to the both of you and speak once again. I said my little proposition is that I want the both of you to perform a private show just for me.
Okay, sure, but is Vox okay with this?
Valentino hummed in response to your reply. He was clearly enjoying how annoyed and curious you were getting.
Jesus Christ.
What? You not interested in my little proposal?
Okay, 1 second. I'll call you back. I'm gonna ask Vox. I'm loyal to him, so.
Raised an eyebrow at the fact that you said that you were with Vox. He couldn't help but just chuckle at that. Oh, you're with Vox,
Vox. Hi, Vox. So, remember a while ago I gave you my soul for free as a gift?
Vox was a little surprised to see you, not expecting to see you right now. The electricity that surrounded his body seemed to disappear as he looked at you, and his annoyed expression softened. Oh, yes, I do. He turned around to look at you.
Yes, so that means you technically own me. Valentino doesn't, right?
A small smile appeared on his face as he looked at you while he took a step closer to you. That's right. I own you and not Valentino.
Okay, because, you remember Angel Dust?
Vox nods. Of course, what about him?
So now Angel Dust and I are pretty good friends.
Oh, I suppose that's good then. He was a bit irritated after you said that, feeling a bit jealous.
Don't worry, nothing to be jealous of. Except, kind of, there is.
Fox raised a non-existing eyebrow, being a bit suspicious.
Yeah,
And that is?
so Valentino brought me and Angel into his office because, like, since, you own me.
His suspicion of you went up as he was getting a little frustrated and a bit jealous. What do you mean by people exactly?
So Valentino asked Angel.
He took another step to you.
Okay.
Now being a little close to you, I know that. But why are you hanging out with people?
Well, I'm not. It's just that Valentino asked Angel Dust and I to go into his office and made a proposal for us.
Vox's irritation and jealousy raised again, knowing that Valentino was involved in this. And what did he ask him?
So I refused unless I got
He
your.
raised a non-existent eyebrow, curious but irritated. And that proposal is?
He wanted Angel and I to make a certain video.
Well, what is it?
Jesus.
Vox's face was now stern and impatient as he asked you again, his jealousy and irritation growing.
He asked Angel and I to make a video for him.
Vox froze in his place when you first mentioned video. And what type of video did he want you two to make?
What do you think? It's Valentino.
Vox's mind went into a dozen directions as he was thinking about what the video possibly could be about. Let me guess, it's going to be a Piorn video for him, isn't it?
Yeah. So
That comment shocked him and made him extremely angry. For you? What video would he even want for you?
I don't know. I think he's gonna make it public or something. So is it a yes or no? Am I allowed to do it? I don't necessarily want to. He does though.
His anger and jealousy increased as he clenched his fist. And what did you say to him about this?
Well, since I'm loyal to you, I said I would come and ask you, and here I am.
Vox's face twisted in anger as soon he heard "make it public." His face went more irritated with the rest of the sentence. No, you are not allowed. Do you even know what would happen if you did do that kind of video and it became public?
Alright, cool, so I'll tell him that it's a no.
Vox sighed as he calmed down a bit. Although he was still irritated, he could appreciate the fact that you were asking his permission. Damn right you are here, and I'm not allowing it. You are not making a Peter RN video for Valentino.
Alright, love you, bye. Alright, cool. Now we go back to Vox. He's right here. Or Valentino. Alright, so I'll tell bad news. So, Val, I went over to Vox and unfortunately...
Valentino chuckled softly. He watched as you got up from the couch and began to exit the room. Angel just sat there confused as he had no idea about what had just happened. What a feisty one.
I asked Vox and he said no. So, Angel, do you want to come?
Valentino just chuckled again as he watched you leave the room. A small smirk formed on his face as he continued to watch the door that you exited from. Bye, Toots.
Do you want to come, Angel? Do you want to come with me, Angel?
Angel was a bit caught off guard by you suddenly talking to him. He had been completely lost in his thoughts when you spoke to him. See come where?
I mean, like, I don't know, but like, not this office.
Angel glanced over to Valor a little bit before looking back at you and speaking again. Yeah, I'll come. But where exactly are we going?
We might go to Vox Tech.
His head to agree with you and what you had said. He was getting a little uncomfortable being in the same room as Val anyways. Yeah, anywhere is better than staying in here.
We get to Vox's place and he gives us coffee.
Angel nodded his head again. He got up quickly from the couch and followed you out of the office, not wanting to stay in there for any longer than necessary.
In celebration of...
Angel just followed beside you as the two of you made your way towards Voxtech and to where you would eventually meet Vox.
In celebration of leaving Valentino, I jump up in the air and stay in the air for a while, very happily, as Ocean Man starts playing in the background.
Angel followed you into Vox's apartment after you had gotten there. He took a look around the main room of the apartment. It was very clean and organized, which was a huge difference from his own room.
Anyway, bye. Well, that was nice. Bye, subscribe please.